In Aztec mythology, a god once fled from sacrifice by transforming into a water creature. Hiding in the lakes of Mexico City, the creature became the axolotl. Centuries later, this legendary amphibian still swims through our culture, our science, and our imaginations, but now it's in danger. Hi, I am Adriana, and today I want to share why saving the axolotl is not only urgent but essential for our planet, our medicine, and our story as humans. Native to the Asian lakes of Mexico, such as Xochimilco, this smiling amphibian is not only biologically remarkable, but it also carries deep cultural and ecological importance. Sadly, it's being threatened by habitat loss, pollution, invasive species, and inbreeding. By preserving the axolotl safeguards biodiversity, advances science, and honors cultural heritage. So, why save the axolotl? Well, the axolotl plays a key role in its ecosystem by keeping insect and small animal populations in check. Because it's so sensitive to pollution and temperature changes, it also serves as an early warning and system for environmental damage. And beyond science, it's a cultural icon in Mexico, representing the transformation and a survival in Aztec mythology. In this picture right here, it shows that it's kind of like a symbol. It's a stone that in Mexican mythology they were used to use this type of symbols to be like it represent a god. And you might be thinking, but why should we save the axolotl? What does it has to be with science? Well, let me tell you something. From a scientific standpoint, the axolotl is priceless. It can regenerate entire limbs, organs, and even parts of its brain and its spine. Researchers study this ability to develop new treatments for injuries, birth defects, and potentially cancer. Losing the axolotl will mean losing decades of progress and potential discoveries in medicine and developmental biology. So, as you can see on the picture shown on the slide, it clearly shows how is the process on being regenerating the limbs, and it is amazing how this can be done naturally without being induced by any scientific. Now let's go ahead and take a look into the threats to survival for the axolotl. The axolotl faces many threats. Its habitat, Lake Xochimilco, has been polluted and fragmented. Invasive species like carp and tilapia eat young axolotls and compete for food. Now, pollution from urban runoff and unthreaded sewage contaminates the canal. And in captivity, inbreeding reduces genetic diversity, making them vulnerable to disease. So, what can we do? I've created a plan with 4 main strategies. 1. Restore and protect its natural habitat. 2. Improve captive breeding and reintroduction programs. 3. Engage local communities through education and culture. And 4. Work with policymakers, scientists, and organizations to support long-term conservation. So, for step 1, habitat restoration. Now, we start by bringing life back to the chinampas, wetlands in Xochimilco. This means removing invasive species, cleaning the water using biofilters and creating artificial wetlands to improve water quality. Monitoring oxygen and pH levels helps keep the ecosystem healthy and future reintroductions. For step 2, conservation of technology. Now, next, we can use cutting edge technology. I don't know if I'm gonna say this word correctly, but I'll try. Cryopreserving sperm to protect generic diversity, and then training captive axolotls to recognize predators before they are released. Now, and improving imaging techniques for tissue research, and developing long-term anesthesia methods that allows for detailed regenerative studies. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how the community and cultural can be engaged into saving the axolotl. I love this picture shown in this slide. It seems actually like a very inoffensive and defensive creature that we should put our hands together to try to save it. Now, let's go ahead and take a look into this. To make conservation last, we must involve people. That means supporting sustainable farming in chinampas, teaching students about axolotls in school, and celebrating this species in festivals and media. Axolotls are already part of Mexican art, currency, and games. Let's make them part of everyday awareness too. I don't know if you have noticed that even there are some shows that not a show, but it was kind of like a cartoon back then. In Pokemon, they made an axolotl as one of their Pokemons, and it was really interesting to see how the cuteness of the axolotl it was shown in the cartoon. It's just like something to add on to this presentation. Adding to all of this presentation, finally, real change requires policy. We need to push for stronger environmental laws, protect habitat zones, and expand funding for conservation. Collaborations with local universities and NGOs and international partners can help us fund research, create jobs, and even support ecotourism. Now, if we succeed, we'll see the return of the wild axolotl populations. We'll have cleaner canals, stronger ecosystems, and renewed scientific opportunities. But more than that, we'll have a community that values and protects biodiversity for the axolotl and for the future. Now it's your turn. Support habitat restoration, spread awareness, reduce pollution, and speak up for those species like the axolotl that are not able to speak. Because saving the axolotl isn't just about one species, it's about protecting the stories, the science, and the future of our world. These are just some of the key studies and expert articles that helped me shape this proposal. I based this plan on current conservation efforts and scientific research published between on the 20th and the 2025. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this presentation inspires you to see the axolotl not just as a cute face, but as a powerful symbol of resilience and renewal. Let's make sure that that smile never disappears. Once again, thank you so much.